Greetings, humanity. I have no idea how loud the banjos are right now, but I figure it would be helpful to have them there, just in case. Whilst all this is going on. Yeah, so I'm going to... what we're going to do here is... I failed to catch the boat last time, so I'm actually in the process of kind of trying to speed run this mofo. And so that you don't have too much going on to worry about in the meantime. So we'll see how this goes, and just basically just speed running up until the point where I'm going to get on the boat. Then I'll start figuring stuff out. But this is mostly going to be just me going through motions until I can until we get there. Funny thing, I did notice the letter hasn't arrived yet in the post office. So I think I have to do something like selling the house first. I don't know, which means I've got to wait for the real estate agent to wander by. That I don't think is he.
Hello? I will stop by the bank again soon, for sure.
Yeah, that's the bank. So there are a few things. Is that the real estate guy? I can't remember what these people look like. Alright.
I must sell my house.
You are fortunate to own such a fine piece of property. I like this property, and I'm willing to pay top dollar. Will you accept $850 in cash for your house?
Yes.
Yes, we have a deal.
Congratulations. Property values are at a premium. You've conducted a prime sale. You're sad that your house is gone, but you'll always have the memories.
Here are the keys. Mr. Quayle will come by to pick up my personal belongings.
Excellent. I already got all the stuff from inside the house, so we're not worried there. I already got the gold coin from there. Let me see if now that I've sold the house, the letter shows up. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and ring the bell. Still seems kind of loud compared to those, so I'm going to turn that down a bit.
What can I do for you?
Check the mailbox.
Could you please check my mailbox for me?
Let me check. I'll be right back.
See, every time I click off the screen, it...
Nothing in your mailbox, Jerrod. You have been checking your mailbox every day for the last 11 years, hoping to hear from Jake. I'm really sorry, Jerrod. There's still no word. I know how close the two of you were.
Thanks for checking. I hope I hear from Jake someday.
Yep, me too. Alright, well, let's go. Yeah, the weird thing here is, like, I could just start doing the things. I sold the house already, so I may as well quit my job. Like, what? Actually, let's do the graveyard bit first. That'll be easiest.
The grass is well clipped.
That's good to know. Come on. Come on, Jerrod, you can do it. Yep. Okay, can we do that? There we go.
When you visit your parents' graves, you bring a bouquet of flowers in their memory. It was a dark, damp, dreary, cold, rainy, windy winter night many years ago that your mother and father were suddenly taken in an unfortunate horse-drawn buggy accident. How quickly and tragically they were taken. You never have, most likely never will, understood why.
Okay. Yes, so if anyone wonders why I am doing this so rapidly, it's because we already did a bunch of this last time, so I'm trying to keep it the tiniest bit interesting before we get to the... We didn't make it on the boat. We want to make it on the boat this time, so I'm going to just do stuff, and we'll see how it goes. I forget if there was anything I needed from the desk. I think there's a newspaper clipping or something in there. I forget how the points go in this now. There's a lot of dashing around. That's happening right now.
You don't need the clippings. You read them so often.
Ah.
These clippings are very important to you. You find yourself reading them often, wondering where your brother is and what he's doing. These clippings describe the complicated episode of your only brother, Jake.
Yes.
Jake was falsely accused of a crime he didn't commit. Although Jake was promised a fair trial, the townspeople weren't interested in justice. The result would have been a foregone conclusion. Jake's only alternative was to leave town and never come back. When he left Brooklyn, you wanted to go with him. Jake told you to stay because it may be dangerous, but he did promise that he would contact you if something important happened. He left 11 years ago, and you haven't heard from him since.
All right, we have the photo, we have the thing.
It is my handwritten quarterly statement from the Brooklyn Bank. On the date of this statement, the balance of my account number 2371, was $200. A fistful of cold cash. This photo brings back many family memories. It's a mint condition, uncirculated 1848 solid gold coin.
I wonder if they started using the dollar symbol that much back then. Who knows?
When there's work to do, this man is eager to help. Lately, there haven't been... Your boss is a great guy to...
Ah, good, excellent. Let's quit. There's a lot going on right now. Too many things.
Hi, I have to quit my job. I want to search for my brother.
But Jerrod, you're one of the best. But a man has to do what a man has to do. I wish you the very best, Jerrod. We'll miss you around here.
You see nothing important.
Good, let's go. All right. So no need for anything from the livery stable just yet. That stage travel, we don't need that yet. Go up here. We're gonna go to the grocery store. Grab all the things. We have to go inside in order for that to work. Yay, there we go.
The young man...
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Good day, sir. What can I do for you?
I want to buy all the things. Fruits, mostly.
I think I want to buy some fruits.
Very well, sir. I see that your account has a positive balance. I'll put that on your account. Sorry, sir. Your account is now even.
There we go. Okay.
These bins...
Excuse...
Yes?
I've heard rumors about gold in California. I figured since you work at a newspaper office, you might know if it was true.
At this time, the rumors are just that. Rumors.
That's what I thought. But if they're true, and I hope they are, I'd be on my way today.
See, we have to get out ahead of the rumors. But that's interesting. Okay.
The hardware...
Come on. Let's buy all the things.
Is there something I can do for you?
Yes, I'd like to buy all the things, please.
I think I want to buy something.
Good. What are you interested in?
Here we go. Okay, yeah, won't need the... we'll buy the nails.
I want to buy the nails.
Your account balance is adequate. I'll charge your account.
Excellent.
I think I want to buy something.
This exciting purchasing sequence is brought to you by... Here we go. Let's put me up there. So we bought the nails.
I want to buy the pick.
Your account balance is adequate.
Okay.
I think I want to...
Good.
And we're not going to buy the manure, I don't think. Is that going to help? See, there's a bit of a blind spot here. I'm going to figure it out. But
I want to buy the rope.
Your account...
Okay.
I think I want to buy...
Good.
We're gonna... No, the calendar's not for sale.
I want to buy...
Your account balance...
I think I want to buy...
Good.
We're gonna get the chains.
I want to buy the...
Your account...
I think I want to...
Good.
Which I think they just let you get everything.
I want to buy...
Your account balance is adequate.
I think I want to buy something.
Sorry. Our accounts
dear.
are even now.
Okay. Well, I hope that was what I needed. I've forgotten. Yeah, because last time I also was able to buy the beam and the... What did I get? I got mosquito netting chains, bucket, a pick. I didn't get a shovel. That's interesting. So it's a question of order because I was able to get more stuff last time. Okay. That's an interesting question. Huh. So I may have just messed myself, screwed myself over here. Messed it all up horribly, because I should have saved before going in there, but I did not. Well, it didn't take too horribly long to get there. So we're gonna keep going, and we'll see how this goes. All right, let's yeah, we're gonna try this one more time. All right, no one panic. We're gonna do this as quickly as we can. All right. Same key opens both locks. I don't know if that was a thing back then, but it is right now. Yeah, it was. They had master keys. Okay.
Memories. Every time you look at this album, it brings back memories.
Okay.
The album begins with a painting of your father and his best you can't here's a and just it is a very, very special photo to you.
You do get points for that. All right. Missed that the
You
first time.
carefully remove the family photo from the album.
Okay. Let's see, here we go. Open that. Alright, nothing's really in there, but I just wanted to open it. Okay.
You retrieve the crumpled bank statement from between the slats of the roll. It is my handwritten quarterly statement from the Brooklyn Bank.
Alright. That's all we need from the house.
I must sell my house.
You are fortunate to own such a fine piece of property. I like this property, and I'm willing to pay top dollar. Will you accept $850 in cash for your house?
Trying to keep the banjos from getting too loud, but still have them be there.
Yes, we have a deal.
Congratulations. Property values are at a premium.
Here are the keys.
Okay. Good. Let's go here. Alright.
You stretch your arm as far as humanly possible.
Go there. Ah. We are on the grass. That's dangerous.
There is a beauty.
Grab
You pick a
flowers.
few flowers, but not too many, so that others may.
Yep. Alright. So that's the bank. Let's go ahead and go in and get our monies. Because that might also have been a thing. Alright.
How may I help you?
I want to hold up the bank.
I want to get my savings, please.
Okay, Jerrod. What is your account number?
My account is number 2371.
Your account balance is $200. Just one moment. I'll get your money for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep, get the money.
Here's your $200, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I gotta go. See ya.
Okay. Leave. Go here. It's not going to be there yet, probably. Get this bit done.
The trees add to the greenery of the landscape.
Vista, good. Alright. The graves.
It's a lovely bouquet of flowers.
Yes, here's the thing we're going to do with them.
When you visit your parents' graves, you bring it. It was a dark, a quick.
Alright, there we go. Okay. Okay, we need to do a thing where we look at the desk because we get points for that. Speed running through the early gold rush. This is very strange. Alright. Why does it always feel as though the banjos keep
These
getting louder?
clippings are very important to you. You find yourself reading them often, wondering where your brother is and what he's doing.
Alright.
These clippings describe the complicated episode Jake was. Although Jake's own when he left, but he left.
Terrible things happened. Okay, we're going to quit now. I know, I think it may be a thing that just they just keep getting louder. Alright. Let's do this.
Hi. I have to quit my job. I want to
Yes.
search for my brother.
But a man has to do.
Right, there you go. We're out. Okay, go by livery, we don't need them yet. Don't go by the stage travel yet. Because what we really want is to get on the boat. At least we're trying to go around the Horn of South America. I think last time I might
This
have
is the best.
accidentally said around the Horn of Africa, which would be bad because I would not
Good
then
day,
know
sir. What can I do for you?
what continent I live on, which is a problem.
I
Fruit.
think I want to buy some fruits.
Fruit, sir.
Very well, sir.
Okay, that's done. We have oranges. Yes, we have oranges. Okay. Now, this is back where we were. Mere moments ago. I'm going to save the game. Because there was something up about all that. And... just- something was up about all that.
You see nothing important.
And I feel like I was able to get more stuff last time. Which is probable. I have 1065 here. Okay.
You see nothing important here now.
You know what, actually, before I do this, let me see if I can buy a ticket. I have to see that I need one first. Okay, 0 now, cargo, and we'll have prompt dispatch. Buy ticket from Leonard. Yes, bound for California, it says. Okay, good. So now let's go and see if Leonard is still there. Alright, now, the trouble we had before was that we couldn't get in. To Leonard's place. So we're going to see if we can do that.
These wrought iron fences at a time.
Great, thank you.
I've been missing Jake a lot lately.
So have I, Jerrod.
Okay.
These wrought iron Each house in the neighborhood.
So we can't get in.
These wrought iron.
But that's Leonard. Okay, there we go.
Hi, Leonard. How are you?
I've been getting some business from my post in the warehouse, Jerrod. What can I help you with today?
I want to buy a ticket.
You'll never find a cheaper time to travel, Jerrod. And there is room on the ship. The routes to California are around Cape Horn or by way of Panama. The prices are Panama route, $900. Cape route, $650. Are you interested in a ticket?
Yeah, we're gonna go Cape Horn this time.
Yes.
Which route are you interested in, Cape Horn or Panama?
Cape Horn sounds good.
The cost of a trip to California by the way of Cape Horn is $650. Would you like to buy a ticket?
Yes. I want to buy a ticket.
That will be $650 in cash, please.
That is all the money I have.
Thanks, Jerrod. Here's your ticket. I hope you strike it rich.
No, yeah, you didn't take all the money. That's good. All right, excellent. There we go. So we now have a ticket.
You have in your possession a ticket entitling you to a trip to California via Cape Horn.
Excellent. So now we just need to get supplies for the Cape Horn trip. I wonder if the letter's there now. The letter wasn't there at first.
What can I do for you?
Could you please check my mailbox for me?
Let me check. I'll be right back. Nothing in your mailbox, Jerrod.
Oh, good lord.
You have been checking
Okay.
I'm ready.
Thanks for checking.
Well, let's do some
You
other
come to the
stuff. Let's see, we already quit. We already got our money out of the bank. I'm gonna resave here. Over this one essentially. Repurchasing. And we'll see how this goes. Okay. I'm gonna take a look here, and it says it's all like on account stuff, so I'm gonna be a little more careful this time trying to figure out what we're doing.
Is there something I can do for you?
I think I want to buy something.
I think I want to buy something.
Good. What are you interested in?
It might just be a question of what order I get these things in. So, I was able last time to get most of these items. So we have a wheelbarrow, which we're not going to get. We have nails, pick, manure, beam, rope, calendar, bucket, chains, mosquito net, lantern, butter churn, pipe, and shovel. Is the trick really just to get the mosquito netting last, I wonder? Maybe. Let's try getting these things.
I want to buy the shovel.
Your account balance is adequate. I'll charge your account.
I think I want to buy something.
Good. What are you interested in?
So, let's see. Nails. I'm just writing this down. Or bits of it. All right.
I want to buy the pick.
Your account balance is adequate. I'll charge your account.
I think I want to buy something.
Good. What are you interested in?
Let's see.
I want to buy the lantern.
Your account
Very
balance is
badly, we're
adequate.
gonna need that.
I'll charge your account.
I think I want to buy something.
Good. What are you interested in?
Let's see. So we got that. We got the rope.
I want to buy the rope.
Your account balance is adequate. I'll charge your account.
Now we should not actually.
I think I want to buy something.
Good.
Yeah.
What are you interested in?
We should not actually need the chains or the mosquito netting. I think the chains are for the overland route, and I think the mosquito netting is for the Panama route. Still. So we've got those items. So what's left is we might pick up nails, a beam, bucket. It's useful here. You get the bucket.
I want to buy the bucket.
Your account balance is adequate. I'll charge your account.
All right.
I think I want to buy something.
Good. What are you interested in?
So many items. Haven't gotten the nails yet. We'll get the nails.
I want to buy the nails.
Your account balance is adequate. I'll charge your account.
I think I want to buy something.
Good. What are you interested in?
Can't get the calendar.
I want to buy the calendar.
We may be the best, but we don't have calendars.
Let's see. So at this point, we may as well just get whatever we want. I'll get some chains.
I want to buy the chains.
Your account balance is adequate. I'll charge your account.
Is it really just as easy as buying the mosquito netting last?
I think I want to buy something.
Good. What are you interested in?
Yeah, so now we're at the point that we can start picking up silly items.
I want to buy the pipe.
Your account balance is adequate. I'll charge your account.
I think I want to buy something.
Good. What are you interested in?
I want to buy the beam.
Your account balance is adequate. I'll charge your account.
I think I want to buy something.
Good. What are you interested in?
Okay, let's see. Shall we start getting silly things? We can give it a try.
I want to buy the wheelbarrow.
Sorry. That is the last wheelbarrow I have, and it is sold.
Okay, so we can't get the wheelbarrow.
I want to buy the butter churn.
That butter churn was damaged during shipping. You don't really want
We
it.
can't get that. Do we really want?
I want to buy the bull manure.
Your account balance is adequate. I'll charge your account.
Okay, we have the manure.
I think I want to buy something.
Good. What are you interested in?
I don't know if we need the manure, but there it is. I now have everything except the mosquito netting.
I want to buy the mosquito net.
Your account balance is adequate. I'll charge your account.
I'll be darned. It's all about buying the mosquito netting last.
I think I want to buy something.
Sorry. Our accounts are even now.
Yep, that was it. That's delightful.
You are carrying around with you a sack of 100% pure bull manure. What are you going to do with that?
I have no idea, but it was available and my account was there, and I'm never going to be
You
here
are
again.
carrying around some fine lumber. Long pipes, short pipes, you have all kinds of pipe.
Okay, I have pretty much everything I need now, except that letter. I need to get that letter. The letter's important. All right. boat's still there. That's good. Let's see if the letter is still here. I'm a little worried that something terrible is going to happen if I'm carrying the manure, but we'll see. No, the letter's not there yet.
What can I do for you?
This is mostly going to be about...
Could you please
waiting for
check
a
my
letter to
mailbox
appear.
for me?
Let me check. I'll be right back.
See, I suspect it's actually that cubbyhole. I can't remember from last time. But he has to go over and look, because he can't look at it and see from where he's
Nothing in
standing.
your mailbox, Jerrod. You
All right.
Thank.
All right. So not yet. What else? I think that's
There's
everything.
a rock sidewalk.
I think that's just about everything. So, let me go ahead and save the game again. I'm going to save over Wandering Brooklyn because that's really kind of what we're doing right now. Are you sure? Are you sure that's what you want to do, Jim? You're trying to psych me out, aren't you? Yes, just a little. All right. We're wandering around until the mail arrives. Okay. This also will involve seeing things probably that we've seen before, so let's figure that out. So, we did that. We did that. See, we did everything too quickly.
This is Fulton Street.
I wonder what the triggering event is. Just having been to every location, is that what it is?
Hello. When is the next ferry due?
Hi, Jerrod. I haven't had any ferries to guide into the dock today. The ferry only comes to Brooklyn when the stage company requests it.
Okay.
I gotta go. See ya.
And it could be when the gold rush is announced. But, no, I'm pretty sure I got the letter before then.
This
Okay, let's chat with that guy. As soon as he comes back into view, I'm not going to cross into there because the horse is going to kick us.
Hi. Do you have a moment?
Hi, Jerrod. Please wait up. You cannot use that ticket here, Jerrod. You need to go to the ship dock.
Yeah, there we go. Alright. That's... Small
What may I
town, that's
help
pretty
you
much
with today?
everywhere. That's pretty much everywhere. Okay.
The ship will be leaving in a few minutes. Ahoy, mate. It won't be much longer and we will be departing for distant lands. I hope you will be with us.
Oh dear. Yeah. I just gotta do the edge of the screen trick until the thing opens, I guess. No, the letter. I'm gonna presume that it's going to show up at some point. Ah, there it is. There. Right there in the bottom corner. Whoa. That was weird. Let's try that again.
What can I...
You
Could
please
you
check my
please check
mailbox
my
for me.
mailbox for me?
Let me check. I'll be right back. Good news, Jerrod. You have a letter.
Yay.
He places the letter on the counter.
All right.
The envelope is tattered from traveling across the continent. There's no return address. but there is a postmark and a stamp.
That's good to know.
January 25th, 1848. Jerrod, this letter is of great importance, as you will find. I live in the area drained by the American River. Today, I buried Pa in the nearby cemetery. Only you will understand. Come here quickly. Farewell, Jake. P.S. Bring family photo from home so I will know it's you.
So the funny thing about this is that, they don't have a close-up of the letter.
You come to the post,
which they did originally, so it was some of the and he kind of, I think the actor kind of tried to emphasize the words a little bit, but there is another secret message in there besides just the thing that you eventually do with the holes carved in the thing. And that is great find in the American River. So, hang on. Departure. There we go. We're getting ready to go. All right, now, just out of curiosity, I don't think we give him the ticket. We'll see.
Here's my ticket.
I can't do anything with your ticket, Jerrod.
Yeah.
I gotta go. See ya.
Yeah, that's, I think, for if you use the stagecoach. Okay, so let us then get going, finally, to California.
the ship is preparing for departure.
Hello. What is your job? All I know is that I put the coal in the boiler, and I get to go where the ship goes.
Great. I'm going to give you my ticket now. Not you. You.
The ship will be leaving. Ahoy!
Can I give you my ticket? Take my ticket, damn you! I want to go on the boat!
The ship is preparing for departure. The ship is preparing for departure.
Are we not? Oh, there's the captain. Hang on.
Excuse me, sir. My name is Jerrod Wilson. I'll be going to California with you.
Oh, you don't care. Okay, that's wonderful. That's I see how it is. Can I give you my ticket?
I hope you will be aboard when the ship leaves.
Thank you. I hope I'll be aboard too. I don't know how to get on there.
The ship is preparing for departure.
To whom do I? It says ticket at the. It's the dock. Are you gonna give my ticket to someone in here? Watch, I'll go in and then the boat will be gone when I come back out. There's so many boxes.
These boxes and crates have come from all over the world.
How dare they? Let's see. Can I give you my ticket?
The ship is preparing for departure.
I could take a quick swim in the East River. No, that would be very dangerous.
The ship is preparing.
There's no way to do this. Ah! I have all my things, I think, plus $400.
The ship, ahoy, mate. It won't be much longer.
I hope I'll be with you too, because I can't seem to give anyone my ticket. See, I try to give him my ticket and nothing happens.
You have in your possession a ticket.
Oh, can I give the captain my ticket? Is that a thing that's happening?
Excuse me, sir. My name is Jerrod Wilson. I'll be going to California with you.
Welcome aboard the Seafarer.
There we go.
It is my hope that my crew, my vessel, and myself will be of service to you.
Yay! You've missed something somewhere. Oh, for goodness sake. You haven't all out of the 73 points available in Brooklyn. What do I have? You have 71 out of 73 points. I missed 2 points. Oh my gosh. No! I missed a couple points. I didn't go and talk to the guy in the stage office. I think that might be what it is. We'll be back eventually. And we're gonna find there's like gonna be a critical thing that I missed. And then I will need to come back. New York City! New York City's back there. Wow, we're gonna go through every screen. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Look at all those smokestacks in the background. You keep trimming that hedge, pal. Just keep doing it. It's good for you. For this character. I know you're doing that every time I walk past. So I wonder if he has any hedges left, really. I'm very concerned. Ah! Okay.
Land has just disappeared from view. The excitement, expectation, and anticipation of your journey are gone. Now, you're beginning to wonder just exactly what you've gotten yourself into. You've left your home and friends behind, and you wonder if you'll ever see them again.
Nope.
It hasn't taken long, and many of the passengers are seasick.
Yep.
It will take a few days before the landlubbers get their sea legs.
Yep.
The passengers, for now at least, are quiet and keep to
Why am I
themselves.
doing this? I'm a
But
reporter.
as time goes on, people meet people and have a wonderful time getting acquainted. From passing ships, you hear rumors about gold being discovered in California. Most travelers left with great haste, but very few left without a notebook, a pen, and an ink bottle.
I don't have any of those
Many
things.
passengers on board are keeping journals of the experiences they have on their journey. Playing cards, singing, reading, sunning, and wrestling are other popular activities.
That's before the
Any
announcement
reading
happened.
material on board was read to tatters before the journey had barely begun.
Yep.
The captain is relatively young as captains go, but he is a wise and frugal man. The captain makes use of the northeast trade winds through the horse latitudes. He makes use of the wind and sails at every opportunity to conserve the supply of coal and to prevent wear and tear on the steam engine.
Funny
The
thing.
food on board is not as bad as expected. In fact, at times it's quite tasty, if you're really hungry. The usual fare is hard-baked biscuit, salted beef, and boiled pudding once a week.
They give you a lot of information here.
In the course of the trip, various activities begin to occur on board. There are debating societies. Clergymen have sermons and prayer meetings on Sundays. A band has formed. A ship newspaper has been started, and professionals on board give lectures on scientific subjects. There is also a group called SSA, which stands for Seasickness Anonymous. This group meets at the aft railing of the ship.
Where they vomit together.
When the northeast trade winds die down around the equator, a seaman finds himself in an area called the doldrums, or calms, a place definitely disliked by crews without steam. Many a sailing ship would lie still in the water for days, even weeks, waiting to take advantage of even the slightest wind. This is one of the greatest advantages of steam. While other vessels lie motionless, with smoke belching from your smokestack, you press on.
I see.
The captain is proud of his ship because it makes way even in the calm. But he is constantly aware of the danger of having that flammable material in the hold.
Yep. In the original, you had to. Oh crap! Okay. In the original, we had to just read every. We didn't have anyone reading it to us. On a boat. Okay. Okay. What's happening?
On the top deck are two young men with big ideas of what they're going to do when they get to California.
Nice. All right. So here we are on the boat.
I'm with my partner. I'm heading straight for Coloma.
What are you going to do when you get to California?
I'm going straight to the town of Coloma. I've heard there's gold aplenty there.
Right.
For now, the pig is the ship's mascot. Later, it will be dinner.
Can we pet the pig?
Don't do that. We're gonna have to eat that pig later in the voyage.
Oh, okay. That might be a problem.
Attached to the smokestack is a pressure relief valve and a pressure gauge. The stack is ironclad and carries the smoke and sparks high above the deck. The ship's whistle is hitched to the side.
Do we need to blow the whistle? Is that...
The whistle is attached to the side of the smokestack.
Much though we may
the
want
pull
to.
chain reaches clear to the engine room.
I mean...
Using steam from the boiler, the whistle gives a loud toot. The pull chain reaches clear to the engine room.
I expect that probably all of the passengers have pulled that whistle within the first, 3 days. Just want to see what's around here. Okay. People doing things.
This compass is crucial for accurate navigation.
Excellent. Let's mess with it. No, wait, that would be wrong.
The first mate controls the rudder of the ship by turning this wheel.
Okay. Yeah, let's go around.
Is the journey safe?
I've been sailing with the captain many years and have never had a mishap. You can count on a safe trip.
Good, good.
Is the journey...
The first mate...
Winders.
You see nothing but blue sky and water. This is the aft command center door. You met this young man, Eric, the first day you were on the ship. You are both from Brooklyn, the same age, and have the same interests.
Water.
One of them, gold. The two of you have been friends ever since. Most others wouldn't notice, but you detect that Eric is getting pale. When you met Eric, he was strong and healthy. Now he is thin and very weak. He stays outside, despite the cold, to breathe the fresh air. The sea is deep blue and gently rolling.
Hi, Eric. What do you think about our journey so far?
Hi, Jerrod. We're one day closer to that California gold. This is easier than I thought it was going to be.
That's right. One day closer. I'll drop by and talk to you later.
Okay, that sounds great. Make sure you come by again.
Wow.
Oranges can do amazing.
Yeah. No? Okay. Want some oranges? Dude. You should have some oranges.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, Jerrod.
That's right.
Okay.
Alright, never mind. Yeah, it's all the same stuff. Okay.
These stairs provide quick access between the bridge deck and the captain's cabin.
Alright.
The captain is busy at his desk, doing whatever is necessary to keep this ship moving.
From the desk.
Talking helps pass the time on such a long, boring journey. And talk the captain can do. He always seems to have a story to tell. Talking.
Which is funny because you don't actually get any of it, it's just...
You see nothing important here.
Alright.
This is the The captain keeps his quarters very tidy. There is nothing out of place.
Well, this is getting uncomfortable. Let's go. Alright. It's cool. I don't think you can actually get down to that lower level. So
You see nothing important here now.
Oh, of course, I'm not on that floor.
You see nothing.
Alright. Stove. I need to get closer.
The cook works miracles on that stove. He can make anything a meal. The cook works.
You need to get closer, and yet they'll talk to you anyway.
This is the ship cook. You can tell he loves good cooking. At this moment, the table is bare.
Do we have enough provisions for our journey?
Nope.
We have plenty of provisions right now. If we start to run low, then we'll invite the ship's mascot to dinner.
Oh, man. I mean,
Do we have enough?
Saving the pig would be nice.
The man at the table is a hard-working man hoping to make things better for the family he left behind.
What are you going to do when you get to California?
I'm heading to California to make enough to buy a farm in Pennsylvania. Then I'm going home to my wife and kids.
Oh, that's nice. Good luck. It's not gonna happen.
Attached to the smokestack is a pressure relief valve and a pressure gauge.
It's terrible.
The stack is ironclad and carries the smoke and sparks high above the deck. The ship's whistle is hitched to the side.
Let's put us up there. I do a lot of hopping around here.
This is where the real guts of the engine are located.
Dude is standing inside
the engines are running like clockwork. You notice some metal scraps on the floor around the engines.
Oh, yes.
Some more amazing engineering. This must be the piston and the paddle crank. You find it quite fascinating.
Metal scraps, you say?
Excuse me, young man. I see you noticed my engines.
Yes, they look interesting.
These are a couple of beauties. They're nothing but pure power. I'm mighty proud of these engines. I sure am.
I feel like we need the metal scraps.
How much power does the machine have?
This baby has been outfitted with the latest in high-pressure steam engines. When the captain gives the command full steam ahead, I give her everything she's got and blow the whistle.
That's the engine, man. I feel like I'm supposed to get the metal scraps.
You see nothing.
I don't know where to pick them up.
You see nothing. You see nothing. The engines are running like clockwork. You notice some metal scraps on the floor around the engines. Some more amazing engineering. You find it quite...
Excuse me, young...
Must pick up metal scraps.
You see nothing?
No. Is there a... hang on. I will do a command line thing real quick. See, this is how we always used to do it. F3 was the... Okay, maybe they're not right there. Ah, okay. Excellent, there we go. Okay, that's what I needed. Alright. Back to it. I have no idea why that was important, but I seem to remember it was.
You have a handful of metal scraps that you collected from the area around the engine.
I don't know if I'd have been able to get those if I hadn't changed which interface I was using. These are either lumber or giant bananas.
You see nothing important here now.
Okay, I'm gonna go up and talk to those folks in a sec. Well, I guess we can do it now. I don't know. See, there's like... Not quite sure what we're supposed to do right here, but we'll find out. Just want to get down there and look and see what's there. See if there's anything we're supposed to look up. Okay,
you see nothing important here now.
Yeah, we can't really get that way. Shovel.
This is the spare shovel used by these men to stoke the boiler.
Okay, we will not take it. We have our own shovel.
The mast is very strong. The boiler produces steam pressure which powers the engines above you.
Yep.
The boiler...
Okay, that's the deck.
There's nothing important.
Okay, well, that's that. Make sure we've talked to everyone. Wait a minute.
The cook...
Okay, I've gotten as close as I think I can bear. Let's go.
The cook worked...
Alright, let's climb this ladder. Yeah, okay, actually, there we go. Alright, back to this. There we go.
Reading a good book helps this man pass the time. This man looks civilized enough.
I think we're supposed to get...
These men are standing in the bow because they want to be the first ones to California. But he is a big man with huge hands. These men are... He looks like he might be tough.
Not sure what's going on here.
We are on our way to California, but we have a long trip ahead of us.
You are right. It's going to be a long trip, and you will want something to read.
Oh, yes.
Take this book. I'd like to give it to you. Please take it.
Yeah, and no matter where you go, you run into this guy.
You're welcome.
Who... Ah!
You are aboard a mighty steamer, but it is not the most common type of vessel on the high seas. It will not...
Hang on, we didn't get the whole dialogue tree.
The tar in the seams of the deck.
No!
The rumors abound on the actual history.
It's not possible. It's not possible to actually get through the things. Wait.
Event.
It's all going. It's all going the wrong way.
When
we're going to make this work.
Just south of most power.
Okay. So, yeah, that's going to be a problem.
Rumors are starting to spread about the difficult times you're going to. You hear horror stories about getting around Cape Horn.
Just a moment. Hang on. We're experiencing technical weirdery. So let's stop the technical weirdery right now and see if we can make this work properly. Alright, hang on just a second. Yeah, give me just a second whilst we're doing that. Ah! One that we had. Yeah. Alright. Let's get back to this. Okay. Hang on. There we go. We got the scraps. Okay. I did not expect there to be a jump right there. I wanted to talk to these folks first.
How much gold do you figure you're going to take out of those California hills?
I'm not greedy. If I could fill my hat with gold every day, I'll be happy.
Oh yeah, that's not greedy at all.
I fear we will arrive in California too late. By the time we get there, most of the gold may be gone.
Wow, really?
How much gold?
I'm not.
And you?
I fear...
Okay, yeah, all right. Okay, that's really all I wanted to see. I just wanted to see what they were going to say. So we're going to put me here. And now we will go and talk to that fellow to get his book, which is the Bible.
We are on our way to California,
sure.
but we have a long trip ahead of us.
You are right. It's going to be a long trip.
Oh, yes.
Take this book. I'd like to give it to you. Please take it.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We take the book, and that triggers the map.
You are aboard a mighty steamer, but it is not the most common type of vessel on the high seas. Clippers are the sovereign of the seas. It will not be uncommon to see many clippers during your voyage.
Okay.
While passing through the area of the equator, the heat gets unbearable. The deck is too hot to walk on. The tar in the seams of the deck bubbles. The island of Fernando Novono, located about 190 miles from Brazil, now comes into view. Rumors abound on the actual history pertaining to this island. Some say Alexander Selkirk, more commonly known as Robinson Crusoe, was exiled here. Others claim that the Brazilian government uses the island as a place of exile and a prison. Who really knows? In calm weather, especially aboard the sailing ships, one of the favorite pastimes is catching porpoises, cowfish, or any other fish that can be hooked. These catches provide a much-needed diversion from your now monotonous diet. Eventually, the familiar constellations of the Northern Hemisphere begin to disappear, and the Southern Cross, composed of 4 brilliant stars marking the 4 corners of the cross, begins to rise in the night sky. Another new sight in the night sky is the Magellan Clouds. This is a golden mist in the sky, similar to the Milky Way. When another ship is sighted, the race is on. The competition is fierce, especially among sailing vessels. However, captains of sailing vessels love to beat steamers at every opportunity.
I'll bet.
When approaching a port, the crew begins painting and polishing. They want the steamer to be ship-shape when it pulls into port. Even at sea, the crew is rarely idle. They are continually busy, tending to the needs of the ship to make your voyage a speedy one. You pass many ships leaving Rio, as well as many barks and brigantines steering south towards Rio.
Okay.
Just south of Rio, the captain advises that you have crossed the Tropic of Capricorn, that invisible line on the globe at 23 degrees 27 minutes south latitude that separates the torrid zone from the south temperate zone. Most passengers on board have little use for such trivia, but it is reassuring to know you're making progress.
Good.
Rumors are starting to spread about the difficult times you're going to encounter in a few short weeks. You hear horror stories about getting around Cape Horn. Passing the 45th parallel, the temperature begins to drop. Passengers begin spending more time below deck. When you left Brooklyn, it was the dead of summer. It seems to have slipped everyone's mind, at least until now, that June is the dead of winter here.
Yep.
The freezing temperatures are making this painfully clear.
Freeze.
Captains vary in age, experience, and wisdom, but all captains, no matter what their background or experience, approach the Cape with great respect. They all realize they are extremely vulnerable to the elements. As you approach the southern tip of South America, the captain advises all persons aboard that the sea you are about to encounter attains a degree of violence unknown in any other part of the globe. Just before rounding Cape Horn, the captain points out Deceit Rocks, which are colored white from the bird droppings. Rounding the Cape from east to west is not an easy task. If all goes well, it is usual for a sailing ship to allow 3 to 5 weeks to get to the west side of the Horn. Winds in the area of the Cape rarely blow less than 45 miles per hour, and almost always from the west. Gales in this area can easily pick up a schooner and smash it into the rocky shore. The raging seas are the temperature of melting ice. You scarcely get 6 hours of daylight. When it is light, it is of little benefit. The overcast hugs the seas, and visibility is very low. It is not uncommon for it to snow here in the summertime. You're in the midst of a terrible storm. Everything that wasn't absolutely essential to the continuation of the voyage has just been thrown overboard. Fortunately, the gold coin was in your pocket, so you still have that. Jake's letter was in your hip pocket, so that is still with you. Your family photo was in your pocket, so you still have that. The Bible wasn't thrown overboard. Everyone agreed to keep that. Everything else now belongs to the raging sea.
So, just checking. My money is gone. All that crap I bought at the store is gone. I didn't need any of it, apparently. I thought I'd need the oranges. Actually, I think I do need the oranges on me. Because if I don't have the oranges in my inventory, by the time we get to the first thing, then you get scurvy and die. But I guess we don't need them anymore. Okay. will save the game here. And keep going. Storm at sea. Okay.
These men are weathering the storm in the bunk room. None of these men are interested in talking right now. They're busy worrying whether the ship will survive the storm.
Yeah, we're okay.
I hope the ship will pass the storm without damage.
I have complete faith in these engines, but I have my doubts about the ship. I hope we make it.
You know, there's a slight issue here.
The engines are running like...
Excuse me, young man. These are a couple...
This is where...
Maybe I wasn't supposed to pick up the scraps until now because those got thrown overboard. Ah, I was too clever for my own good. Okay. Can I get more? Let's see if I can get more. Okay. Yay. I have the metal scraps.
You have a handful of metal scraps that you collected from the area around the engine.
Okay, good. I can't remember why I need them, but I think I need them.
The man sitting at the table cringes with each creak and moan of the storm-tossed ship.
Yeah.
I hope the ship will pass the storm without damage.
Right now, I wish I was back in Pennsylvania with my family. This ship sounds like it's going to come apart.
It might. It just might.
There is a man sitting on the bench at the table. Just by looking at the ship's cook, you can tell he doesn't have food on his mind.
Do you think the ship is strong enough?
The only time I don't think about food is when I'm in a storm rounding Cape Horn. I just hope the ship doesn't break up.
Don't have the rope either, so I can't lash myself to the mast or anything like that.
You see the once powerful form of Eric sitting slouched on the steps, writing in his journal.
Also...
It has a worn black leather cover. The pages are edged with gold.
In theory, you can open it. Okay, yeah, this may take a little while to read. And so they've got multiple passages in here. Which is interesting. They're trying to actually make it a little... So you turn to a certain page and a music box opens. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Psalm 23 is important in the course of this whole thing.
How have you been lately?
I'm doing tolerably well. However, if conditions get any worse, I don't know if I'll make it.
Well, I'm out of oranges now, so I can't help you there. Shall we rifle through the captain's desk? No, we can't.
The captain keeps his quarters very tidy. Only...
No dialogue for that?
You should not distract the captain.
Aww.
Do you have a moment for me?
I have no time to talk to at the moment.
The first mate doesn't even realize you're talking to him. He is intently listening to each command of the captain.
Okay, not much for us to do here. Down there and shovel more coal in.
It isn't possible to examine it from here.
Isn't it? Oh.
Considering all the work that goes on here, the area stays surprisingly clean. There are a few metal scraps lying on the floor.
All over the place.
You see nothing important here. You can't do that from here. The boiler produces...
See, I think the question is, what are we supposed to do whilst we are down here?
The boiler produces steam. Considering all the work that goes on here, the...
Alright, I have utterly forgotten what happens at this phase. I'm going to switch to the other thing, though. To the command line. You know what else? I bought a shovel and a pick and stuff, and I don't have any of those things either. That's funny. I bought a lot of things that I no longer have. Okay. So it's not that. Interesting. So...
You see nothing important here.
Okay, that's all we have.
Do you think the ship is the only time I don't...
The cook works miracles.
I mean, I could go up here and, you know, do terrible things.
The mast is very strong. You can't do that from here.
Why would I want to go up there? That, I think, is the kind of predominant question, right?
You can't do that. None of these men are in. These men. None of these men are in. The bunks are filled, but no one. The bunks are filled, but no.
Yeah.
None of these. None of these. None of these men are interested in. The bunks are. The bunks are. The bunks.
So I'm trying to figure out where we go from here, right?
You see nothing important here.
And the only thing I can think to do involves going up on deck and trying to, I don't know, I lash myself to the mast or something, but, you know, the rope's gone. So what's the point there? Blowing the whistle, is that what we need to do? It's an excellent question.
The cook works miracles on that stove. He can make anything a meal.
The question is, like, do I throw something? Is that what we're doing? I can't get at the coal. Seems to me there is something weird I'm supposed to do on the boat, but I'm not sure what it is. Why am I going out here? What is wrong with me?
The whistle is attached to the side of the smokestack. The pull chain reaches clear to the engine room. Using steam from the boiler, the whistle...
Sure, let's go out here.
The howling wind is too much for you.
There we go.
You are blown overboard to an icy grave.
Oh, that didn't take long. All right. So, I mean, we can go back here and reload, but I have
These
really
engines are...
forgotten what we do next.
You are on the short staircase that connects the main deck with the captain's deck. From this position on the main deck, if you go aft, you will go into the galley. If you go forward, you will go directly into the engine room. You are on the short... You are...
No.
The ocean stretches...
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what the thing to do here is. And that is a question.
You see nothing. The mast is very strong. You can't do that.
Can't do
Considering all the work that goes on.
Yeah, right? What are we doing with the mast? Holding on for dear life?
The mast is... You can't do that from here.
What are you talking about? You can't do that from here. Is there something you're not telling me? You're not telling me something.
The mast is very strong. The mast is very strong. You can't do that from here.
There's something we can't do from here. I wonder. Rigging. I mean, we can try going up top on the other side. We'll probably get blown away again.
Attached, the stack is...
Using items on other items, right? Here, let's try...
How have you been lately? I'm doing tolerably well.
Conditions get worse. Okay. No.
How have you been lately?
You see the once powerful...
I mean, I'm trying to figure out if there's something we're supposed to do for Eric, maybe? No? Alright.
This is the staircase that... This is... You see nothing important here now.
It occurs to me there was stuff maybe we were supposed to do. And I'll be damned if I can think what it is at this point. Maybe I don't have a particular item that I was supposed to have by now.
The ocean stretches as far as the eye can see.
No, we already talked about it.
The cook works miracles on that. At this moment, the table is bare. There is a man sitting. The bunks are... You are in the bunk room, the most... The captain is continuously looking through his looking glass, keeping track of the ship's progress and position.
Okay.
He also makes entries in his log religiously. Nowhere is navigation more difficult than in these waters.
We were just supposed to look around.
Some sailing ships would take 70 days to round the Cape. Some ships would turn back because of the damage the sea had done to them. Some ships would not make it at all. Occasionally, you see floating wreckage and debris from less fortunate vessels.
What did we get out of that? I have no
With
idea.
the rounding of Cape Horn, also called Cape Stiff by many sailors because of the difficulty of rounding it, behind you, the captain steers the steamer north by northwest. It is everyone's goal to reach the port of Valparaiso, which means Paradise Valley.
It's just an exercise in not going
As
up on
the
deck.
temperature rises, so do your spirits. Off the coast of Chile, the ocean is swarming with sea cows. A little farther off the coast of Chile, about 400 miles to be exact, is Juan Fernandez, the island most often recognized as the island on which Robinson Crusoe was actually exiled in 1704.
Nice. There is much education happening.
Every person on board has been looking forward to arriving at Valparaiso. They've been in close quarters for too long. The port at Valparaiso is shallow, so the boat is anchored offshore. People go ashore and supplies are brought aboard by a continuous stream of small boats going back and forth from the shore to the ship. While ashore, people would nearly kill for a current newspaper to read, but the word is confirmed. Gold has been discovered in California. We waste no time in loading the ship with only that which is absolutely necessary and head for California. The only excitement today was crossing the Tropic of Capricorn for the second and last time on this voyage. The unbearable heat isn't far away again.
I guess we were just supposed to just wander
When
around.
the captain sees another ship, he always knows what kind of ship it is and under what flag it sails.
There goes a British full-rigged three-master.
We were just supposed to see Eric.
Saw an
wasn't doing so
interesting
well.
sight today. Flying fish. Fishing has become one of the favorite pastimes, especially since the weather has warmed up. Those who don't partake in the fishing enjoy watching for whales and porpoises. On the west side of South America, the crew anticipates arriving in California and begins putting things in order. The crew is busy scrubbing the deck, chipping off rust, painting and polishing. Most of the passengers who were keeping journals at the beginning of the trip have stopped by now. But throughout the entire trip, people have been reading whatever they can get their hands on. Many days aboard the ship are spent in utter monotony.
Getting the scraps.
There's nothing to do. At least nothing you feel like doing. But watch an occasional ship come and go. Watch the sun rise out of the water, move across the sky, and then set into the water again. Day after day after day. The last leg of the journey is slow and seems to drag on forever. The walls seem to be moving in. You are positive the ship is only half the size it was when it left Brooklyn.
Yes.
Moments of solitude and privacy are non-existent. Fellow passengers who only a month ago were easy to get along with now seem impossible to tolerate. Fights break out over trifles. There is constant bickering and gossip. Before, you complained of having the same food to eat meal after meal. But now, you'd gladly eat anything. Provisions are running dangerously low. Food is running out on board the ship. Everyone is suffering. One man has already died. All the supplies and food are running very low, and you're feeling weak to the point of death.
Okay. I think I'm supposed to fish. I think. It's been a while. I think the whole point of that previous scene was just for me to pick up the metal scraps. I'm not sure, although I could do it here as well. Just to wander around and go back in, that was it. Just to see that Eric wasn't doing so well. Hungry. Alright.
On the top deck are two young men with...
What are you going to do when you get to California?
I'm going straight to the...
We already had this conversation.
The long days, reading a good book. This man looks civilized.
What are you going to do with all this time you...
It's a long voyage to those goldfields. I figure I'm just going to relax and enjoy the ride.
These men are standing in the bow because they... But he is a big man.
It's just the same dialogue.
How much gold you figure...
I'm not greedy.
And you...
Okay, yeah, we already had that. Ah! How are we doing? Oh, shovel handle's broken. Ah, here we go. Yeah.
The engine man is...
much power does the machine have?
This baby has been outfitted with the latest in high-pressure steam.
Yeah, we already had that conversation.
The man at the table is a hard-working man who...
What are you gonna do when you get to California?
I'm heading to California.
Yeah, we already talked about that. There's Ham.
You see a poor little pig, which used to be the ship mascot, steaming on the galley table. You grab yourself a nice slab of pig meat from the steaming pig. You already have a nice piece of...
Hi, is there something to eat? Or what is happening?
The provisions are gone. All that is left is the ship's mascot. It is now steaming on the table. There's only one problem.
Was there no other way than to roast the pig?
I may have waited too long before preparing the pig. It may be diseased. So far, no one has had the nerve to try it.
You're not supposed to eat it. You do get diseased. But there's an alternative. We have this stick.
You are in the depths of... There's a wooden... There's a wooden stick resting against the wall.
I think that's the handle of the shovel.
The workers don't mind if you take the stick. After all, it's just a useless old stick.
Alright. Let's see what we find over in this direction.
The captain is busy at... Talking helps pass the time on such a long, boring journey.
Yeah.
This compass is crucial for accurate navigation. The first mate is...
Is the journey safe?
I've been sailing with the captain many...
Yeah, we already did that.
This The whistle is attached to the side of the smoke. Using steam from the boiler, the whistle... The whistle is using... The rigging on the Seafarer isn't nearly as complicated as on some clippers you've seen. You see nothing important. You are on the bridge. This would be a good place to fish.
Yeah.
This is the most aft. It is a favorite place. This is the place to fish, but how can you fish without something to use as a hook? This is the place to fish, but you're going to need some fishing line.
Yeah, that's the issue, right? So...
You have a handful of metal scraps that you collected from the area around the engine.
We need to fashion a hook and fishing line. And
You see nothing?
Completely sure if we have what's necessary on the ship. I can think of things that could happen that you could break apart, but the game's not letting you touch those things, so... Let me see here. Else do we have anything? Needs a hook and fishing line.
They are whale oil lamps. You are on the main deck of the...
Because, I mean, realistically speaking, right, if you want to make a fishing line, you could grab one of these lamps.
They are whale oil lamps.
You just take the hook off one of the lamps that it uses to...
They are...
Attach it to the ceiling. Or to the ceiling, to the posts.
You see nothing important here now.
I need to find...
You see no...
See, the metal shavings are the bits. Are the bits. Are the lure.
You see nothing important. You see nothing important.
I don't know of anywhere that you can get what it is we're looking for.
There's nothing important right here. You are in the depths of the ship. This is the lower deck. You see a coal hold door and the boiler. You see the boiler produces steam pressure which powers the engines above you.
Does it mean you can also grab the pull off of the whistle to use that? But it's not available. Break the compass down, we're not quite there yet.
I'm with my partner. I'm heading straight for Coloma.
Great, thank you. That's going to be very helpful as we're
You are
starving
on the
to
top
death.
deck of the ship. The young men are still leaning against the railing, but the pig is missing.
Just trying to think.
How much gold do you figure you're gonna take out of those California hills?
I'm not greedy. If I could fill my hat with gold every day, I'll be happy.
And you?
I fear we will arrive in California too late. By the time we get there, most of the gold may be gone.
So, let's take a moment and figure this out. By which I mean, yeah, I don't mind looking this up because this is something I did a long time ago. Okay. The interface apparently did not provide us with the answers we needed. But let us check and see what we have. Let's head back down here.
The bunk room looks bare since the storm. Everything had to be thrown overboard. In the process, some string was left on the floor. Some bunks are neat, others are a mess. You see,
you have to switch. It's like the only way. Okay.
The captain keeps his quarters very tidy. A paperclip that was on the desk is now lying on the floor. It must have been tossed there by the storm.
Just didn't look around. I should have looked around. Damn it. I don't know how they do this using the point and click interface. All right. Let's get back up there. And I just leave the door open like an animal.
You see nothing important here now. The sea is deep blue and gently rolling. Well, you've done it. You have found the perfect place to fish, and you have everything you need to do it. You pull the string you found in the bunk room out of your pocket and attach one end of it to the wooden stick. The other end you attach to the paperclip. And last, but certainly not least, you gladly take that piece of pork out of your pocket and carefully place it on the paperclip so that it won't fall off. With great anticipation, you lower this makeshift apparatus into the churning sea.
Okay.
Once again, Jerrod, you've saved the day and the lives of those around you. You reel in the catch of the day and share it with your companions.
Reel in?
Now you will all make it to California.
With what?
The captain has given the word that you are only a few weeks from the coast of California. This seems to calm everyone's nerves. As the ship nears California, you begin to forget the hardships and tough times you've just endured. The promises made to the Almighty while rounding the Cape are all but forgotten. Much more important now is the topic of nearly every conversation on the ship: where people plan to go to search for gold, how they're going to get it, and what they're going to do with the fortune they discover there. There's also much fretting and worrying about arriving too late and missing out on the best opportunities. Hopefully, there will still be plenty of gold left when you get there. For the crew, no portion of the voyage is without danger. They must maintain their vigilance to the very end. You are fortunate that the ship has a sufficient supply of coal to make it to California. Other steamers ran out of coal. When that happened, spars, doors, bunks, and portions of the deck were ripped up and fed into the firebox to keep that ship moving towards the gold fields.
Yep. Sorry, I just went back and readjusted
The ship
sound
is
on.
now approaching the Golden Gate, and your journey is approaching its end. The dense fog makes it difficult, not to mention dangerous, to find the entrance to the Golden Gate. All hands are on deck as you approach California. To the gold-seeking passengers on board, it is the long-awaited Promised Land.
Righto.
Everyone cheers for the captain as he guides the ship through the Golden Gate. The shoreline is covered with lush green plants. What a beautiful sight. The captain takes you across the bay and up the Sacramento River.
You haven't all out of the 113 possible. Don't give up. No, I'm going to give up. You have 111 out of 113. There's like 2 points that I missed in Brooklyn. Here we are. Okay. As we are getting into town here. All right. Excellent. So, I am going to save the game here. I don't think we're at... Are we at Sutter's Fort? Wait, where are we? We now look different, probably. Buildings of Sacramento. We're in Sacramento. Okay. So we still have to get from here to Sutter's Fort, I'm pretty sure. Let me save the game real quick. Because I believe that we also go from here to Sutter's Fort in the other... There's a coach, right? People... Tree, building, grass, path.
This building is one of the few in town that looks like it's going to be around for a while.
Oh, that's right. The accent changes when you get out west.
You see nothing important here now.
That's the funny part.
You see nothing important here now. Of the many hotels and boarding houses in town, this one, City Hotel, looks pretty much the nicest. You see nothing important here. You see nothing.
I'm going to slowly walk back. See, there we are. Our very tiny selves.
The only interesting thing about these trees is that they're in California.
Yeah. Keep going. It's okay. You'll make it. Tiny, tiny people. The only thing we're supposed to interact with probably is the coach. But I have to look at everything. I can't stop myself.
You're standing smack dab in front of the El Dorado Exchange. The only interesting thing about these... This establishment's name, the Elephant House, comes from the phrase you often hear from gold seekers. If you've seen the elephant, you've experienced the gold rush and the hard times that come along with it.
I don't know if we do this same thing with the other one or not.
You're right outside the stagecoach office. You're right outside the stagecoach office.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we know what to do here.
You jump on board the stage bound for Sutter's Fort, and you're on your way.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. Tiny, tiny stagecoach. Tiny horse. I mean, I can't imagine what you might need in Sacramento. But here we are. Here we are, Sutter's Fort. See, this is where one goes. A lot of different directions we could go in from here, but this is where it ends for now. Sutter's Fort. There we are.
January 25th, 1848.
The envelope is tattered from travel. It's a this photo.
Okay. Yeah, he didn't change they didn't record that one in 2 different accents. Okay. That being the case, we're going to go ahead and leave it off here. Because it's getting close to a couple of hours, and I wanted to do these runs might be a little bit shorter, and also I've got stuff going on today. The thing being, of course, that also I next time, see, we made it to Sutter's Fort. We're gonna do it again next time, but we're gonna take the Panama route, which is a little bit longer. Just because I want to do all 3 paths, basically, if folks don't mind terribly. So we did the first one around Cape Horn, which I think is the shortest game-wise. The route through Panama is, I think, a tiny bit longer. There are a couple more things you have to do in the meantime. Maybe, we'll see. And then you've got the Overland route, which I think is the longest, if I remember right. So that's the order we're going to do things in. In the meantime, I might try to figure out what those last couple of points are in Brooklyn. Again, I think it might be just talking to the guy in the stage office, but we shall see. In the meantime, what else do we have happening? So on this channel, later today, more tabletop RPGs. My friend Andrew is going to be in. He's my co-host on the Cyphercast. He's going to be running Numenera for us at 3 p.m. It's 3 p.m. Eastern, a little bit earlier than usual, since it's these Numenera scenarios are a little bit longer. So the ones we were running anyway. So we're going to have that happening. So that'll be going on soon. I'm very much looking forward to that. Then later this week, Wednesday evening, we have the Cyphercast going on. So he and I will be back up there and doing more of that, talking about various things in MCG and just sort of props and game aids in general, as folks are kind of doing Cypher System games and what have you, and other games really. Then let's see, Friday. Once again, I'm going to be continuing Torment, Tides of Numenera. There's a lot of MCG influence stuff going on this week. I'm just going to be continuing on that game that I've been playing. Saturday morning, We Happy Few. And then 1 week from today, once more, we shall have the Panama route for Gold Rush Anniversary Edition. And we shall see how that goes. So that's pretty much what we've got coming up. I'm remembering things as this goes on. This has been kind of fun. Just sort of taking this trip down memory lane with this game. And I'd forgotten where to get the various things for the fishing line, but I think mostly this time I was just thrown off by the interface a little bit, because you have to switch interfaces. It's very early to drink, but I guess we're there. No, you have to switch interfaces to the command line in order to be able to actually pick up 3 of the items you need to make your fishing pole, and look again in rooms we've already looked in. So there's a bit of a blind spot there. But I know, I think it's I've been having fun with it though. Sworn you use the metal scraps as lures on that, but I think I might still have, I don't know, it's very weird. Maybe they just forgot to mention it. Who knows? But that is it for now. I will see you folks later, hopefully later today. Take care, and we will reconvene then. Farewell.